Hey, babe, I don't trust this person. I don't trust a friendship with this person. And women have this stronger intuition
Instinct.
or exceptions to you not doing anything with your best friend.
Mm,
That's if you don't really find her. If she's not really good looking,
mhm,
guys might overlook that.
mhm.
Or you are not straight.
I have done this so many times, not just with women, but with men. When I say that, no, I don't trust this man, or no, I don't trust this woman. In the end, I'll prove myself right. Like, boom, it will come out. It will come out. So,
Having a female best friend is like having a chicken as a pet.
sorry, you will compare something to a chicken. Why?
One of the things they keep telling
Okay.
us is that a man and a woman cannot be friends.
That's things because in my experience, oh, I don't believe anymore when someone says, "Sorry, just best friends, best friends." Is there a void from their childhood that they want to get it from another man who is in a relationship? Is it a daddy issue? I don't know. I don't know. But why is smiling? That I have him. Um, I would always say my best friend is my man because
Hello, guys. This is Promise, the host of Simply Promise and You. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you have any opinions, ensure to drop them in the comment section. It promises to be informative, educative, and entertaining. Welcome, guys. Hello, guys, and welcome to Simply Promise and You. So today, um, I want to ask and talk about something that might be a bit controversial. So I remain your humble host, Promise.
and I'm your usual and one and only cutie beautiful host, Mariam.
Okay. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. So as you can see, we are still wearing our school uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a few minutes ago, we talked about something that we usually see in school, and we just bring it to the table. Most times, we see people in relationships having um, friendships that are very, very close with those of the opposite sex. And sometimes it causes problems between
The
um,
couples.
the couples. It kind of like seems like there's a third wheel, or there's someone there who is an unofficial girlfriend.
Yeah,
So today we want to talk about best friends. Is it okay for a man or for a woman to have
the
a
opposite
best friend um,
of an opposite
of an
sex.
opposite sex in a serious and committed relationship? So let's just talk about it. So
Mm-hmm. Should I go
yeah,
first?
you go first
Why should I go first?
because you're the woman.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Well, I think the question is, are we allowed?
Mm.
Why are you smiling like
I'm,
Sorry, guys.
I'm
Sorry.
smiling because this is where she shines.
Sorry, guys. Okay. No, I think the question is, are we allowed? I think it is very subjective to see. Um, for me, I think since I am very conservative, I try to um, I'm gonna dig it up first by asking you guys if you're in a committed and serious future related relationship, or are you dating for a temporary happiness and is just for fun only. So I think for coming from a conservative family, and me also, I'm very conservative. I think that for me, I don't have to, even if my man allows me, if ever, I don't have to get a best friend from an opposite sex, because when I'm in a relationship with someone, that someone, my boyfriend, my fiance, or whatever, I treat him as my best friend, because when I'm in a relationship, I am just not here for love, for fun. I think I also want to be best friends with my partner. And it is a very, very good foundation if you are best friends with your partner. And the question, are we allowed? Just like what I said, it's subjective. it depends on what you guys have talked about, you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend. But for me, I prefer to not have a male best friend, and as much as possible, I don't want my partner to also have a female best friend, because for me, I really respect my man. I don't want to have a situation whereby we're going to we're having problems, we're fighting, and then of course you have the best friend. So since I have the best friend theoretically of the opposite sex, he will be the first one that I would call and say, "Oh, you know, me and my boyfriend, we have these." And I think that not having a best friend in opposite sex also prevents you from unwanted things in a relationship, because
What are some of the wanted things you're talking about? Like, can I know
okay,
some of the things you
okay,
refer to
this
as
is based
wanted?
on my experience. Um, having a best friend, not a close friend, but a best friend, in an opposite sex, I think there's a higher chance of you guys to have something to do with each other more than being friends.
Something
Especially
like what?
something like you might like, one of you or both of you might like each other romantically in the end. And I watched something like he was saying, having a best friend of an opposite sex seems like a doing of liberal people, because building a conservative family, it should be based on um, sticking to one another. And I think that it's very good for me that if someone asks me who is your best friend, there's no second thought, I will answer my man. Though when I was single, when they asked me who is your best friend, I would always say my best friend is Jesus Christ. But now that I have him, I would always say my best friend is my mom, because all of the confidential things, the most confidential things about me, about what I think, um, I always tell him, and he knows that, right? Every confidential thing, I tell him, and I think it will be a good, foundation for us to build a conservative family and to prevent these things. Because in my experience, oh, I don't believe anymore when someone says, "Oh, it's just best friends, best friends." I mean, in my opinion, why do you have to have a best friend of the opposite sex specifically if you already have your partner? Because for me, I don't have to find that somewhere else, because everything that I want, everything that I need, everything that I desire, I get it all from my man. So I think he's more than enough for me.
Yeah. Well, for me, I feel like having a girl best friend
Mm.
is very, very risky.
Yes.
Um, Let me do this. You know, we are in the Ember months. Christmas is around the corner.
Mm.
I don't know about here. So back home, what we usually do is that during Christmas we'll buy. Okay, prior to Christmas we'll buy a hen or a chicken
Oh yeah, yeah, I know
and
it.
allow it to grow. It will stay
Okay.
with us. So when Christmas comes on the 25th, cook it.
Okay.
Hmm? When Christmas approaches, what we usually do is that chicken that will finally have kept all these months, we'll finally kill it. So we'll finally cook it and eat it.
Mm.
The reason why I am bringing this here, having a female best friend is like having a chicken as a pet.
Sorry, you will compare something to a chicken? Why?
You know why? Because no matter how that chicken or
Mm.
how that hen is a pet to you, one day you still cook it and eat it.
Mm.
So why am I saying this? You know, we are human beings, we have emotions.
Mm.
Because we have emotions, there's a certain way someone will start confiding things in you.
Mm.
And when you become an emotional rock
Mm.
and support system for that person, they start unconsciously and later consciously start having this trust,
Yeah.
this camaraderie
Yeah.
with you. And you become the only source of liberation. You
Yes.
become like their therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
it's the same way when you see there are some people, there's something we call Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
whereby some people that are being kidnapped, they end up falling in love with
Yes,
their
yes, yes.
kidnappers. This is what really happens in this situation.
Okay.
Actually, when you have, I keep telling people that when you have a female best friend,
Mm.
you are likely to mess up, if especially if you don't
Yeah.
have discipline. Let me give you reasons.
Mm.
There can be exceptions to you not doing anything with your best friend.
Mm.
That's if you don't really find her. If she's not really good looking,
Mhm.
guys might overlook that.
Mhm.
Or you are not straight. I
Mhm.
think the people that best friend of a thing usually works for are those that are not really straight.
Mm.
Like that's why here in school I see most of these guys that are not straight having female best friends. I see
The,
them
the,
touching each other.
the female best friends
Yeah,
trust them so much.
trust them. Hell, duh.
Mm.
But for we, the straight guys,
Mm.
when you place out with a very when we have good looking best friends,
Mm.
she ends up becoming that chicken or that pet. You you waiting for the moment whereby she might become very vulnerable. And you might not really have that in mind.
Mm.
But because of how close you guys have been so far, what will happen is that any little chance that comes, any little lacuna that exists, things tend to happen.
Mm.
It usually happens with guys that are not straight. And if the opposite says you don't really find that person attractive, because if the person is very, very attractive
Mm.
and you guys are friends, because you guys have been building this bond so far, something might likely to happen. And remember, if you have a partner that, women, hey babe, I don't trust this person. I don't trust a friendship with this person. And women have this stronger intuition
Instinct.
or instincts to know, like, no, I don't want you to be friends with this person. And you, as a guy, you
You
might
think it's so
be,
stupid.
yeah, you might be thinking that this woman is not really oblivious or
Mm.
to this issue. So I think that's it.
Well, you said something about vulnerability.
Mm.
I think as a woman, women tend to fall in love with men where they find that they are safe with that man.
Mm.
So it's like the first stage. It's like a gate being opened to something more than that. Since they feel more safe, they feel safer, they feel like they can be vulnerable in front of their best friend instead of their boyfriend, they tend to like be confused with their feelings. And some of these people, uh, they don't have the courage to open up to their best friend that, oh, I like you. Because, as a woman, one of the things that we're afraid of is that we don't want to, what do you call this? We don't want to say, I like you, or I like you more than a friend. We don't want to confess because our fear is that you might say no, and if you will say no, we will be awkward, and if we will be awkward in the end, we might not have the same relationship of being best friend anymore. Like the closest is not there anymore because there's a weird, there's a weird thing resulted to a crack that happened. And speaking of crack, it's also okay. I don't want to be, I'm not hating on my fellow woman, but I'm speaking on my experience. There are women who will try to low key flirt with the man, and these type of women, they don't like single men. They like men who are in a relationship because they like the chase, they like the secrecy, they like this real. And I don't know, I don't understand them. Why are they doing this? Or like, is there a void from their childhood that they want to get it from another man who is in a relationship? Is it a daddy issue? I don't know, but why are you smiling?
No, the reason why I'm smiling is because back home there's something that our parents usually say to us. One of the things they keep telling
Okay,
us is that a man and a woman cannot be friends.
that's
That's
okay.
what we
Okay,
hear back home.
some of you people might not agree with us, but yeah, especially for me, I don't think that a man and a woman can really be friends without even a pinch of something more than that.
See, if you
Like,
if you have this kind of like best friend that if you are going to the coffee shop, If you're going to
Okay,
this
okay,
place, you're always with her or you're always with him. You
okay.
guys are doing things together.
That's
She goes to your dorm, you go to her dorm.
you really act like boyfriend and girlfriend, but
Yes,
unofficially.
unofficially.
Okay, okay. You said there are exceptions, and you were saying something like if she or he is not good looking, then that's for
Yes.
me. I think that there will still be a risk in doing that because even if he or she is not good looking or he or she is good looking, it doesn't matter because there are women, especially women. We don't fall in love with physical things.
Mm.
We just like what I said, we fell in love with people, with men that we feel like, oh, I'm safe with this person. Like if I have no one to talk to, I can talk to this person. I can be vulnerable. I can cry without judgment. Men are logical human beings, especially this guy. This
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
But something that you don't understand something about women. Women has this instinct, just like what he said. They have these. They know their fellow women as much as you know your fellow men. That's why some men that will say, "Oh, I don't want you to wear this and that." Men will have something to do, something like they will look at you, they will stare you, they will sexualize you, something like that. So it's the same way as women. Sometimes the woman will say, just like his example, babe, I don't trust this person. And then the man will say, no, you're so stupid, blah, blah, blah. Some men will even say, where is your proof? Where is the basis? Like, be logical. Don't use emotions. But women,
They know each other.
what, I have done this so many times, not just with women, but with men. When I say that, no, I don't trust this man, or no, I don't trust this woman. In the end, at first people will laugh. Are you crazy? Blah blah blah. You hate people so much. In the end, I'll prove myself right. Like, boom, it will come out. It will come out. So I think that it will really depend on the arrangement of you guys. But for me, as a very, very conservative one, I try to do things that are proper for a marriage in the future. And
Yeah.
that is trying to, we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. If you will ask us, do you have like any chance of falling in love or liking another person even when you're in a relationship? This is a brutal, honest question. Yes, there's a chance. But it is up to you. That's
Yeah.
why we have our free will. We know what is right and what is wrong. And for me, I'm choosing to eliminate the risk as much as possible.
And one of the best things you can do, one of the biggest temptations that you can have, or one of the things that can draw you closer to breaking that promise or bringing you closer to the door of falling in love with someone is by having best friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are predisposing factors to that. So I would just say guard your heart. So that is just it. So it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. So as
He,
I'm speaking as a guy, as a
yeah.
straight man, I'm telling you it's hard.
Do
If
you
you
have to say straight, man? You
no,
go again.
those that are not straight cannot relate.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's why in school you see those guys. Hello.
I want to add one more thing. I think just like my example earlier, like every confidential thing, I always say it to you.
Yes.
Like everything, I don't hide anything. I guess that if you will also try that with your partner, you will build a stronger relationship because if I'm opening up to him, he will think, oh, she trusts me that much that she can say everything, this. But with your so-called best friend of the opposite sex, you might never know what will happen in the future.
And not just that, your best friend has a friend.
Yes, yeah, and not all of your best friend's friends is also your friend.
Yes.
So you should be really careful with that.
So this is what we think about it. So what do you think? Is it okay to have a best friend while in a committed relationship? Please make sure you drop your thoughts in the comment section, guys.